Ace Ill Production.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's going on, man? We back, man. We back for another episode. What number is this?
We're on 22.
22, man. That's crazy, man.
On a steady path to 30.
We ain't messing around, man.
Hell no, we're not.
At least to 23.
Right?
But yeah, man, we ain't messing around. This week's topic is perseverance, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing that people a lot of people don't understand that sometimes you have to have a lot of it, and sometimes you need to let some shit go. You know what I'm saying? Perseverance for the sake of perseverance sake is not a good thing in my opinion. It's like you have to. It's like if you keep butting your head against something that's not moving, eventually you have to realize you got to move on, man.
Right.
You know, but if you keep at it at a task that you're going for, and you see that you're moving incrementally, you should keep going, because because once it stops, it's hard to pick that momentum back up, and get it going again. So perseverance, man, for a lot of people, a lot of things have transpired through people's perseverance, civil rights,
right.
I mean, even the concept of America, I mean, the Revolutionary War wasn't a short war. It was a long war. It's like 8 years, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was. I'm correct me if I'm wrong. Well, I mean, the period of time that they consider the Revolutionary War was a long time, but people just wouldn't quit, and they finally got to the point where there was victory, and the British wasn't amenable to persevering. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They just gave up. So, but yeah, man, there's a lot of things, like in my life, that it's like, even the concept of patience. It took me a long time to get to what I call patience, which to me, patience means really not giving a fuck about shit. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I see a kid in the grocery store screaming and throwing a fit, instead of me getting mad and feeling bad, because he's yelling and screaming in my space, I'm like, does that really matter to me?
Right.
So even patience takes an amount of perseverance to get to that point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my son, man, he plays baseball, and he's pretty good. He started out pretty well. He worked at it. He liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So he hates getting his hands dirty. He hates sweating. He hates all that, but he persevered through all that so that he could play baseball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, perseverance is just disregarding the personal nuisances.
Yeah.
That you encounter.
Almost like overcoming the uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Of strife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to get through
in pursuit of your eventual goal.
Yeah. To me, I always look at like your ability to weather the storms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like with this podcast shit. When we first started, we started off hot fire.
Hot.
And then I had people drop off left and right. At one time, we had 4 shows, 4 days a week, different hosts, different intros, the whole fucking shit. Whittled down to just my show. One reason or another.
5 fingers.
And I just kept cranking it every week. Just kept going. Next thing I know, me and you, we got this going on. You know what I mean? And like slowly but surely. And then, of course, first, my show's a Opie and Anthony, Howard Stern in the 90s esque throw to like shock jocks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I wanted to do. Petey Green, obviously, probably the most legendary shock jock, I would say. And I couldn't get a goddamn comedian on there to save my life. You know what I mean? So, but over time, next thing you know, I start getting them on there. But if I was just like, fuck it, you know what I mean? Then it would have never happened.
And then you started doing
yeah, exactly. So now I don't really even need a comedian on there because if I get on there, there's a comedian on there, right?
Yeah.
I hacked the system.
And now through that, you doing comedy, you've befriended a lot of comedians.
Yeah.
So you can ask them on the show or not, if depending on if you want a comedian. But yeah, man, that's an example of perseverance, man. I mean, a lot of times we don't realize that we are exercising in perseverance because we're looking at shit where it is when we're there in the moment, which that's fine.
Yeah,
I always recognize in the moment, but just know that there's a goal. If you keep it keeping in mind there's a goal that you may not reach tomorrow, but eventually you may reach. But even if you don't, if you keep persevering, you're still going to be closer to it than if you didn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the point isn't the goal; it's the journey. It's the perseverance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the effort. Effort. A lot of people don't realize it. It's effort, man. It takes effort to do to get to where you're going. Instead of just saying, I want this, and then somebody handed it to you. That's not teaching you anything.
Right.
It's not giving you a real appreciation of what you've accomplished if someone just gave it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
that's the thing too. Like I listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff with comedians on it because we're doing comedy. I'm always looking for jewels, lessons learned. Like just see how people that have done it, and like try to relate that to my own life, or just lessons, or just get another understanding of what it takes to get maybe to a point. And I heard one the other day. It was wild. It was Bill Burr was talking about it. And he was talking about when he first started, he would drive hours away for $50 or some shit like that, or like somebody call him like, "Will you do a spot for $5?" Things like this early on. But he wanted to be a comedian so much that like he said he had a shitty day job, and but he didn't care about having that shitty day job because he looked forward to the night job so much.
Yeah.
And he said one time he went and did a show for $5, and he said he crushed it. He went home and he was happy. He was dancing around. And his girlfriend at the time looked at him and said, "That's inspiring." He was like, "What?" She said, "I hope I can find something that I like to do so much that going and getting $5 would make me so happy that I came home and danced in the kitchen." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like that's his perseverance, because a lot of people be like, $5, fuck you, fuck this is stupid. I ain't wasting my time. But he was like, "No, this is the lumps I got to take to get to where I got to go. I got to persevere this, and it's never guaranteed.
No.
But if I ever want to get to where I want to go, there ain't no shortcutting it. I got to do this.
You got to do those things.
Yeah,
you have to do those things. And even then, when he went to do a show for $5 and crushed it, he never knew who was in the audience.
No,
you never know who's in the audience, man. So you always have to put your best effort forward, man. And people just they shit on effort a lot, man. I mean, effort is what it takes, man. You gotta get out there and do it. You gotta find it. You gotta get dirty. You gotta get stinky and sweaty, and maybe not literally, but you gotta be uncomfortable in order to achieve the things that you deem important. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to work around the no's.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a no, that means there's another wall that somebody built up that you have to figure out how to go around, go over, or go through. But you have to figure out how to get past that no. If and I'm not a guy about fate or anything, but if that is the thing that you're supposed to do, and sometimes you have to recognize is this what I'm supposed to do? You know,
Right.
is this where I'm supposed to be? Some people, I mean, I got into comedy. I didn't even, I wasn't even, I never dreamed to be a comedian. I never, when I was a kid, you know, I thought, oh yeah, it'd be cool to do comedy or whatever. It'd be a cool job. It'd be cool to play football.
Right.
You know, I'm not even too cool to be a quarterback in the NFL. I didn't work to be a quarterback in the NFL because I didn't really want to be a quarterback in the NFL. But I bet you if someone said, "Hey man, you got a good frame, man. You probably a great quarterback, a great wideout. Let's do. I might have, you know, okay, let's check it out.
Yeah, pursued it.
I might have pursued it. But comedy was one of those things. Like my friend, Frico Bennett. His name is Rico. I call him Frico. But Frico, man, he said he's in the Navy at the time. He's like, "Hey Tim, they're doing comedy, doing the open mic at the Zanies in Nashville. Why don't you sign up?" I'm like, okay, you know, and that's how I got into comedy. Well, I was 19 at the time, and I knew, I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a shot. Okay, I got on stage. I'm sure I got a few laughs, maybe some few nervous laughs or whatever, you know, people in the audience. But I didn't feel right, you know, doing it. I just didn't feel right. I was 19. I'm like, what do I know, man? I mean, airline food. I've never been on a plane, so what am I talking about? Airline food, you know, or the things that people talked about,
right?
And or politics. I mean, I don't talk about no fucking, you know, politics and shit. You know, Reagan, Bush. No, man, I don't give a shit about all this shit. And then when I became but I there was something about it that I liked. You know, I did it at one time, and I lived some life. You know, I lived some life, and then when I was 27, I was like, you know what, man? I started watching Def Jam. Def Jam came out.
Yeah,
I was 27. I said, you know what, man? I'm gonna give it a shot, man.
Right.
And I've been doing it ever since, man.
Yeah,
ever since then, and even from the first time, you know, like from my first real open, you know, real giving a fuck moment, I knew what I wanted, and one thing that I did not want to do was go to LA or New York. I wanted LA or New York to come to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because by then I had kids, and man, I'm not uprooting and taking all my kids on a whim to New York City and have them, you know, try to figure out, because then I would just be a New Yorker trying to make it in New York and not have time to do comedy,
right,
or LA, you know, because it's so expensive to live there.
Yeah, you just going to do everything you can just to pay the bills.
Just to pay the bills, and I wouldn't have been able to, you know, pursue, you know, comedy. So I knew, and I also knew, man, I ain't writing for nobody.
Yeah,
man, I'm not a writer. I mean, I write, but I write in the voice that I have in my head. I write for that voice. And that's some people's thing. They, you know, they can write things for others to perform. And I've since learned how to do that and appreciate that a little more than I did at first. But through the perseverance, that came, you know, that particular skill, if I do have the skill, I don't know, but I've learned to write stuff, you know, and I kind of like it.
Yeah.
But I would never just want to do that exclusively.
No.
You know, but yeah, man, just perseverance, and if the task or if the goal is what suits you, it will suit you.
Yeah.
And success, it is not something that other people define for you. It's something you define for yourself. If you judge yourself by what others say, then why are you doing it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck other people.
Fuck other people.
That's a good. I hate that anytime I hear somebody say it. Well, I was going to do this, but what would they think? Or other people might. And well, you can do everything that another person asks of you, and you will still fall short.
Yeah.
There's no winning in that field.
None.
Now, if you're doing something because it's off of what you want, your ambition, your merit, and you go for it, and you are good with your pursuit, like you feel happy about this part of the journey, that part of the journey, got here, got there, got your goals, hit them, moved on. That's all that matters. Because there's always gonna be, you can be killing it in whatever field it is. Somebody gonna hate on you.
Oh yeah.
Somebody ain't gonna like.
Guaranteed.
Somebody gonna tell you how you could have done it better, how they would have done it.
Yeah.
So you can get caught up in that.
Yeah.
If you get caught up in that, you'll lose self.
Yes, you will. You always, especially if you know self is in the pursuit of positivity. Always choose self.
No.
Don't try to succeed to spite other people. Succeed because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't spite succeed.
No,
that makes no sense, man.
And really, you probably fall short on that end too.
That too, yes, especially if that's your pursuit.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing too. For everything that you'll have to endure to reach your goals, just organically, other people are just going to weigh you down even more. Like to persevere, to reach a goal, to get to where you want to be. There's plenty of struggles and strife going to come with that. Just through the pursuit itself.
Yes.
So if you got that and you combined it with other people, you'll probably never reach it.
Yeah, get the other people out. I mean, especially if you know they're negative.
Yeah.
If you know they're negative, but sometimes those negative people are put there. I can't say put there, but you can learn lessons from those negative people that get you off your goal. You can learn, okay, I recognize who this person is, so the next time I encounter this type of person, I know not to fuck with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know the signs of people who I know I shouldn't be fucking with. So perseverance, man, is a trait that a lot of us that we all have. We all have it, but we just don't know how to use it.
Right.
Or we don't know what end to use it for. Some goals we shouldn't even some things we shouldn't even pursue. Some things we shouldn't pursue.
Right.
I want to be the first dude to drink 100 cases of beer in a 24-hour day. Nah, that's the dumbass goal.
No.
To pursue. I'm trying. I'm at 2 cases. That's dumb shit, man.
Right.
I want to be in the Guinness Book of the World Record for some stupid ass reason. No, that's suicide.
Yeah.
Basically that's suicide. I mean, to for a dumb reason. Well, I mean, there's a lot of fucking dumb shit in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh yeah.
I just saw what some dude did 3,000 push-ups and what the fuck? Really?
I seen one was a dude had the record for holding his hand up in the air the longest. Yeah, it's a record. Just longer than anybody else. That's all it was in the Guinness Book. World record holder.
I don't even want to know his name, man.
Yeah.
That's not even a feat that I remotely give a fuck about.
Yeah, that's the trip about the Guinness Book. Like half of it's like some cool shit. The other half it's like, why would you even put this down as a record? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. You know what? You know why? You know why they do it? Because that dude had to pay somebody. He paid. I think it's like you have to get an observer from the Guinness Book. You got to pay the fee for the observer to come and watch it.
Yeah.
And then they have to. There's rules that you have to like because I participated in the world's longest comedy show. It was 8 days.
Jesus Christ.
8 days of comedy, man. I mean, 8 days.
Well, was it just comedian after comedian after comedian?
It was in Nashville. It was Chad Wright. We did it 2-3 years in a row. Each year we broke it by 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was 8 days, man. 8 days.
Just around the clock.
Around the clock.
That is
Now
wild.
some of the rules were you couldn't sing. It just had to be comedy. So this one guy did a song, and we had to start it all over again.
Oh shit!
Like 2 days in, we had to start it all over again. And but yeah, we did it. That was fun. I got a T-shirt and everything. Yeah, Guinness Book of World Records, man. I participated in that record. But yeah, I mean that was a fun thing. But holding your hand in the air,
yeah,
motherfucker, do something else, man. You got perseverance, man.
Yeah,
fucking do something that's good, man. Raising your fucking hand in the fucking and look, the comedy show. It wasn't just me doing comedy. It was like a lot of us.
Yeah.
So we all participated in it, yeah. But it wasn't like one person holding his fucking hand in the air. You know,
yeah,
that's dumb, man. At least we were doing something. We were performing. We would, you know what I'm saying? We were performing. Yeah, you know.
Well, shit, most people in the Guinness Book for shit like that can't even do one comedy set, let alone be in the Guinness Book.
Yeah. And you know what? I know people like some people listening or hearing like, why you shitting on that guy's record? Because that record is fucking dumb.
Yeah. He didn't really do much or nothing.
Well, he did have to persevere, but to what end, man?
Yeah.
To what end? I mean,
you think over time it'd fuck with your fingers and shit.
And guess what? Guess what? And I feel the same way about the guy whose record he broke.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, why does that even matter, man?
The first guy had it the best because he might have went like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but it's like,
and then after that, it just got more peculiar.
It's like, why? What do you?
Yeah.
Hey, son, let me show you something.
And I'll tell you the thing is, not only is that weird, but as far as perseverance, like there's so many other things people got to endure and go through to be great.
Yeah.
And he just had to put his hand in the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's ridiculous, man. I mean, but perseverance, like I said it from the beginning, like sometimes perseverance for perseverance sake is stupid.
Yeah.
Always have a real goal. And it's like sometimes we persevere, it may seem that, I wouldn't say it may seem trivial. It may seem, especially in society's setup, it may seem like, oh man, that's stupid, man. You shouldn't do that. Like Jackie Robinson, he was the first person to play, first black dude to play baseball in the NFL, in the MLB. Some people in the Negro Leagues like, man, why are you doing that, man? That's so, you shouldn't be. You should just fucking just keep playing in the Negro Leagues. And I understand that argument. Like, man, don't worry about. I mean, fuck those people, man. They don't want us in that league. Fuck them. But he had to go through some shit and persevere through some shit so that we could have a Hank Aaron,
right?
And that we can have a Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds should be in the fucking Hall of Fame. Sorry, he hit those home runs.
Yeah.
Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the fucking Hall of Fame. Fuck him again. Fuck about that.
What do you think about anything that brought any real change or revolution, or just anything that really like really shook the grounds of the way life was and then the way life turned into? Was always through somebody's perseverance. Somebody had to say, this is going to suck really bad for me, but it's going to be great for people down the road. So I'm the one who's got to do it.
Or even this, man, this is gonna suck bad for me, but I might get something out of it too.
Yeah,
But and then with that, other people got, they prospered off of it too. So yeah, sometimes, I still can't get this fucking guy holding his hand up in the air, man. Fucking stupid, man.
Do you remember it was back late 90s, early 2000s? They had the Guinness Book show.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? That's where I seen that shit on. It was this one episode. This dude, hand in there.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Yeah, he's come back and he's
Still got his hand
just
up.
there. Good thing they put like 4 or 5 different people on each episode. That episode would have been horrible.
Damn.
I feel like it's got to fuck with your fingers, all the blood rushing from your hand over time.
It's got to.
It can't be good for you.
It's got to, man. But yeah, man. But yeah, hey, look. Even. I mean, shit, you've had to persevere, shit.
Yeah.
I've had to persevere through shit. You play sports. You only had one arm. Fucking, that's perseverance, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
because the thing is, any kid that wants to play sport, I mean, you got some just freak got like just natural right off the bat athletes, but then a lot of kids, you got to work for it. You got to work. You got to start off shitty, and you got to work hard enough to get it and get good at it or decent at it. And I had to do that, but then I also had to do it and figure out how to do it my way.
Your way.
You know what I mean? So that was a whole nother.
And your way within a system that would accept your way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you had, not only did you have to do it your way, but you had to figure out how to do it your way within a system that would see what you did your way was fucking working.
Right.
And you did this shit, man.
And that's, and the funny thing is, I see a lot of kids that in good shape, athletes have potential, and they would just didn't want to go to practice, didn't want to go to the game. So they just
don't want to go to the game. Why you
they just give it up. You know what I mean? But it's like, that's the thing. And I think that shows like the moxie of each individual too. What are you willing to persevere to get to a goal? Like some people are awesome, but they just like, man, they don't really care. They give it up. Or one thing will get in their way and they'll just shut it all down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I was saying with my son, man.
Like me right now, like I am definitely on a nice pause from drinking booze. But I've never been on stage without drinking booze. Mm-hmm. So now I'm going to have to figure that out.
I used to never drink before I went on stage.
So now I'm going to persevere through that. But my thing is...
Or not.
Or not.
See, this is the thing. When I first started doing comedy, I never drank, never smoked weed, nothing on stage, because I wanted that clarity of like, oh, I need to know how to make people laugh. And the more I figured out how to make people laugh, the more relaxed I was. But I still, but I instilled in myself that clarity, like making people laugh is first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then I started slowly introducing alcohol and a little weed into my shit. And now I know that at my base, I know how to make people laugh. And then, when I drink socially, I just tend to be more relaxed. Now I can go on stage without drinking, and I have gone on stage without drinking since I've started drinking and going on stage. And I'm more in the moment. I'm more present. But I just tend to like to go to relax and have a little whiskey or whatever on stage. But this is a new thing for you.
No.
But you're pretty much a newbie anyway, because how long? Not even a year.
Not even. I think I'm at 11 months.
Yeah, so I'm saying not even a year. So yeah, you still trying to figure it out, man. And I mean, you're gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
you're gonna figure it out. But like I'm going back to my son. He before the season, oh man, I'm gonna do so. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And I kept telling him, like, dude, yeah, you can shoot for these goals, but know that it's going to take effort, and to a certain amount, to a certain degree, fortune for you to reach these goals. He ain't come close to reaching what he figured his goals were. And now he feels like, oh, I'm bad. I'm in a slump. Like, man, just remember this, man. slumps happen.
Yeah.
Slumps happen. He's never really been in a slump, and he's in a slump now, and he keeps pressing. He's like, oh man, I got a new bat. This bat should be like, nah, man, it's still you. You're still you. And he's like, oh, no, I'm not. And I keep telling him, get out of your way.
Yeah.
Get out of your own way. And he was always the best player on his team. I'm not saying he's a great player, but he was always the best player on his team. And he would, you know, he always had the best attitude, and that was because he was good and he knew he was. Even if they won or lost, he was all like, yeah, we played good, we did this, but you know, he had so many hits and all this shit. But then he had a game. I think it was the first game of the season. He had a game where he just couldn't hit the ball. He got on base a couple of times, and he scored twice. I think he got a walk, and maybe he got hit by a pitch and got on and he scored. But he was angry because his bat wasn't working. But they won the game,
right?
And he was sulking, and all his teammates were like, "Man, come on, Isaac, you all right?" And we got in the car, and I said, "Look, don't you ever put your team in a position where they have to pep you up for a fucking win."
Right.
It's not about you. It's not about you. It's about the team.
Yeah.
Now you work on that shit on your own. It's not about you. It's about the fucking team. And he's slowly getting out of that, because I'm teaching him about perseverance.
Right.
Like, persevere through this bullshit and you'll get there, man.
Well, that's the thing. Everything's always great when it's going well.
For you personally,
yeah,
it's going for you. Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, there's the lessons are in the failure. The lessons are in the loss. You know what I mean?
That's what you learn.
So it's like, yeah, you have a great game. That's great. But having a shitty game and being able to work through it and come back and have a great game, that's where it all matters.
Or even come back and have a shitty game, but still do the things that it takes to help your team win.
Yeah.
With the bat in particular is what I'm saying. Do the shit in the outfield to take runs away from the other team. You know, do shit that fucking matters for the.
Yeah, that's like when I played high school basketball. I think the most I ever scored in a game was 10 points.
Okay, that's good.
But I started every game. But block shots, rebounds, picks, steals, like that was my bread. Assist, that was my bread and butter. You know, so I was a valued asset on the court, even though if you looked at my point numbers. But the funny thing is, I could have shot the ball 10, 20 more times than I did. Yeah. But like you said, as far as the team goes, I would kick it to the dude I knew was going to wide him for the three, and I knew he could hit it. Yeah. If I saw a guy cutting the lane and wasn't nobody there, I'd dump it down to him. You know what I mean? It's like it wasn't about my personal stats. It was about the game. But my stats always were good. I could get a triple double, but only score 10 points. Yeah. But I'd have 12 blocks, 15 boards. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Assists,
So it was all like, and I never put it on that I gave a shit about scoring 30. Yeah. At the end of the day, I wanted to win, and I wanted whoever I was guarding and who's ever guarding me know that, like, you can't handle me, dude. It don't matter. You didn't hold me to 10 points.
Yeah. You can focus on me, man, but I got other people that's gonna fuck it up. You know?
Yeah. Well, my thing was your defense didn't hold me to 10 points. The fact that I passed it to my teammates all game held me to 10 points.
Yeah, I held myself.
But the fact that I got 15 blocks on you, so what would you rather, get 15 shots thrown down your throat or score 10 points? You didn't block me once. You know what I mean? That's the way I looked at it.
Yeah. I hate you, man. Shit, man. Oh, shit, man. Man, I think this was a really good discussion.
I do too.
I think it's a really good discussion. You got any ideas for next?
I do.
What do we have?
I think we beat around it a couple times. People know what it is, and I don't think that we'll go in it at a way that they would think we would go in it.
Okay.
But I think we do comedy.
Let's do comedy.
In general.
Let's do comedy. Let's do comedy for the layman. Let's do layman's comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
You want to?
Let's do that. Yeah, I don't want to.
And like I said, we're not bringing y'all a comedy show.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not.
We're just gonna do comedy.
That's our conversation.
Yeah,
I like it.
and I believe we said next Thursday we're gonna come at you Thursday.
Well, late,
but we're coming late.
Yeah,
But hey, we got it is Sunday. I'm losing my time. All right, yeah, Sunday we're coming back. We'll be a little bit later than usual, but we will be on Thursday. And I believe earlier that Thursday, Andrew Thompson presents the 420 Roast Out Smoked Out show here on Blurred Minds Media that same night. So stay tuned for that, folks.
Okay. That sounds good, man.
I think that's what we're going to do because that will be 420 Thursday, I believe.
I think it is.
So that's where we're at. That's where we're at with the lineup at the moment. And I know I missed it the past couple weeks. I'm gonna get back on the saddle. I'm gonna start hitting you with a regular 5-finger fiasco schedule again, like I used to.
All right.
So stay tuned for that, folks.
Man. We did good.
Another one. Hey, we persevered.
I think we more than persevered. This was it was good, man.
Yeah,
it was good. I think we on to something, baby. I think
we're killing it.
Comedy next week.
Comedy.
Oh shit! You still gonna be on the wagon next week?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Far as you know.
Ace Hill Production.